Hey guys, welcome back. Dan Shields here, the church guitarist, and I wanted to run through something with you guys. Just a real short lesson. I'm in between stuff right now, about to go into a session, and anyhow, I wanted to talk through connecting chords and how to use some connecting chords. This is just one particular connecting chord, and it's going to be I'm going to try to do a 5 chord going into a 1 chord, and then also a diminished chord. I'll show you what I mean on these. So if I'm playing in the key of G, I've got my 1 chord G chord, 4 chord C, and 5 chord D. So if I did like a and 6 chord E minor. So if I did something like a okay, you see what I'm doing there? Let me get so you can see my right hand a little more. But if I wanted to put a little bit of tension in for this E minor chord, I could delay the E minor chord by using its 5 chord. So if I count up from E, I'd say E, F, G, A, B, and I would do a B dominant 7. Now, that doesn't really belong in the key, but it drops onto my E minor chord. You hear this. And I'm doing the voicing B, D sharp, A, B, F sharp. But you hear this bum, 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 bum. It's got to go to that note. All right, and that's what drives that sound and puts a little bit more weight on the E minor chord. I could also do it in time if I was doing same way, and gospel guys do that all the time. Okay, now I'm going to take the exact same thing, but instead of doing the full B7, I'm going to start from this note D sharp, and I'm going to do this chord, and then I'm going to take it up to this chord. So I'm going to do D sharp, A, B, F sharp, and then F sharp, C, D sharp, A. And then I'm doing the voicings E, E, G, D, G. And I think probably I would do, instead of with the B, I'd probably put the C note in there, make it a full diminished chord. So again, I'd do C, how nice that sounds. It drops really well on it. So I'm using this diminished chord. It's really acting as the 7 chord, and the 7 chord wants to drop down onto that minor 6 chord. And you can do that for almost any chord. So any chord that you want to put some like tension to, you can approach it by its 5 chord or by the 7 chord. So if even like we could go, because that's F sharp diminished, we could take that right into G as well. And that could take you home as well. And it just puts a little bit of spice, a little bit of tension. You hear, again, the gospel guys do that all the time. But it's a really cool sounding chord. And then one thing on when you're dealing with that, like the way you deal with that chord, you could do a straight diminished. So like C, E flat, F sharp, A, and that pattern can work up the neck. You can also do this pattern, and this is like the Yngwie thing that you'll see: C, E flat, F sharp, A, C. So you'll hear him do like do that sort of thing with the diminished riffs, and I'm just doing a sweep down, up, up, up. So that's one way of approaching it. Another way of approaching it is using the harmonic minor of E minor right? So that's two different chords that your scales that you can use over top of that if you're trying to connect those chords. Improvise a little bit. So anyhow, I hope that's it's just a short little lesson, but I hope that gives you some spark ideas. And until next time, God bless.